Son, sit here with me for a moment. Close your eyes on the inside. Silence the rush. Disarm your fears. And let me enter that hidden place in your heart where you keep everything you don't know how to explain to anyone else. I know every unspoken thought, every nameless pain, every tear you held back so you wouldn't worry those around you. I saw when you tried to smile, even with your soul in pieces. I saw when you woke up exhausted, even after a full night of sleep. And I want to tell you, with all the tenderness in my eternal love, life is complicated, I know. And that's exactly why I'm here. I don't come to judge you for not understanding everything yet. I come to hold you when you no longer have the strength to try to understand anything. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not ungrateful for not being able to smile all the time. You are human. And I created you that way. You were formed with a soul, with emotions, with depths that even you can't fully grasp. That's why when everything seems too hard, when paths cross without explanation, when questions are bigger than answers, remember, you're not wrong for feeling what you feel. You're just living. And living is a delicate process. Not everything will make sense right now. Not everything will come in the timing you want. But everything will be taken care of by me. Yes, everything. Even what you think you've forgotten, even what you believe is too lost to be restored. You know, there are moments when life feels like a puzzle with missing pieces. There are days when you look around and everything seems out of place, as if someone had messed up your story while you were sleeping. But listen, not a single piece is lost. I have every part of your story in my hands. And even when you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm still writing with love every line that forms your path. There is beauty even in the pauses. There is meaning even in the waiting. There's purpose even in the silence. And I am in that purpose, even when you don't feel me. Son, have you noticed how the river never questions the path it takes? It simply flows. It simply trusts the direction it was given. There are curves, there are stones, there are narrow and dark stretches, but the river keeps going because within it there is a certainty that cannot be taken away. It will reach the sea, and so it is with your life. You were created to flow. You were created to move forward. And inside you there is a spark of eternity that knows where it's going, even when your mind cannot understand it. You were not made for stagnation. You were not created to live tied to fear or pain. There is a sea of promises ahead of you. There is a future that was dreamed up by me long before you were born. You are part of something greater, even when everything around you feels small. You may feel like your steps are slow. You may look around and see others moving faster, achieving more, smiling more. But your pace is sacred. Do not compare yourself. Each seed germinates in the time the soil and sky allow. Some seeds sprout in days, others need entire seasons to open to the light. And you, my child, are one of those precious seeds. There are depths within you still being prepared to bloom. You are not lost. You are being refined. And I know there are days when your heart feels like a dry field. You pray, you wait, and it seems like nothing changes. But listen, faith is not measured by what you see. Faith is what makes your heart keep believing even when your eyes see nothing. And you, my child, have done that with more courage than you realize. You've kept going. You've endured. You are still here. And that is already a miracle. Now let me tell you a little story. There was a butterfly trapped inside its cocoon. It struggled. It fought, pushed with all its strength against that narrow prison. Someone, moved with pity, cut the cocoon too soon, and the butterfly came out. But it never managed to fly. Its wings weren't ready, because it was precisely in the struggle to get out that its wings were to grow strong. That's how it is with you. It's not that I'm punishing you with difficulties, it's that you're developing wings. It's in the silent effort, in the hidden tears, in starting over each day that I am shaping your strength. Do not fear the cloudy days. The sun hasn't ceased to exist just because you can't see it. It's still there, steadfast, faithful, just waiting for the clouds to pass. That's how I am with you. Even when everything seems gray, even when your eyes can't find me, I am there. I am the light that doesn't go out. I am the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am the safe refuge when the wind blows too hard. You can run into my arms at any time, from any place, and I will always receive you, always. Because I am your father and my love for you never pauses. You don't need to pretend to be okay to come near me. You don't need to understand everything to rest in my arms. You only need to be yourself. With your doubts, with your tears, with your stuck words, with your delayed dreams, I receive you just as you are. And more than that, I love you just as you are. not with a love that changes over time or depends on your behavior, but with a love that holds, that transforms, that heals, that remains. Son, look back for a moment. See how many times you thought you wouldn't make it, and yet you did. See how many times you thought you were alone, and I was there. In every detail, in every invisible care, in every protection you didn't even know happened, in every unexpected hug, in every word that renewed your spirit. I never stopped being with you, and I never will. Maybe you've prayed asking for a clear answer, a firm direction, a sign from heaven. So let this message be that for you, not as a demand, but as a loving reminder. I am with you. You are not forgotten. You have not been cast aside. You are mine. I have plans for you. Plans of peace, not harm. Plans that go beyond your limits, that restore your ruins, that make hope spring up where there was only dust. And if you feel broken, I want you to know that I can build new things, even from pieces. I do not despise fragments. I gather them, I care for them, I transform them. No part of you is useless. No part of you will be wasted. Even your failures, even your mistakes can become part of something greater when you place them in my hands. I make new vessels from clay everyone else thought was dry. I bring life where no one else believes, because I am the God of the impossible. So please, walk one step at a time, even if it's small, even if it shakes. I will be by your side, I will hold you. And when you can't walk, I will carry you. There is no place you can go where I cannot reach you. There is no thought so dark that my light cannot shine on it. There is no desert so dry that my presence cannot make it bloom. Yes, life is complicated, but you weren't made to go through it alone. I am here, I always have been, and I always will be. My presence is your anchor, my voice is your guide, and my love is your home. Son, for now I'm not asking you to make quick decisions. I'm not here to demand sudden change. I only want you to keep these words in your heart as if they were seeds lovingly planted. Walk with them. Reflect calmly. Let them bloom in their own time. I'm not in a hurry because true love knows how to wait, and my love for you is eternal. I'll be with you in silent nights and on hard days, in blossoming joy and lingering tears, in the hug you await and in the breath of peace that will come when you least expect it. You are not alone, you are loved, and I am with you always. And son, now that your heart is a little quieter, let's go deeper still. There are things you've seen that left marks on you, some that no one else knows about. You've learned to carry them with silence, like heavy stones in your pocket, but I never asked you to carry them alone. Sometimes pain buries itself so deep you forget it's even there, but I remember every buried ache. I am the one who traces the hidden paths of your soul with care. You've had moments when you doubted your worth, not because you didn't want to believe you mattered, but because life convinced you otherwise. Let me undo that lie, gently and fully. You are not a mistake, not a project gone wrong. You were not overlooked in the design of life. Every detail of you was chosen with intention. Your voice has value even if it trembles. Your thoughts are seen even when unspoken. And your desires matter, even if no one else recognizes them. The world teaches you to prove yourself, to climb, to earn, to achieve. But in my kingdom, worth is not achieved, it is received. You are already my beloved. You've spent years trying to fix things, yourself, your family, your past. But son, fixing isn't the same as healing. And what you truly need is not more effort, but more surrender. Healing is not always loud or fast. Sometimes it's in the stillness of sitting with me while the pain softens slowly. You may not realize this, but I've been answering your prayers even in the way I've withheld some things, because I never give you anything that would pull you away from me. There's a kind of success that looks good on the outside but hollows the soul. I want to give you more than applause. I want to give you peace. And when you're in rooms where you feel unseen or out of place, remember, I go with you. Your presence carries more than you know because you carry me. I've placed you where you are for reasons you may not yet understand. But I don't waste locations, seasons, or silence. Sometimes I lead you through deserts, not to punish but to purify, to draw your attention away from noise and into the clarity of my presence. I know that waiting can feel like abandonment, but waiting with me is not wasted time. It is where endurance is shaped and vision is refined. And son, I see how you long to be understood, how you wish someone would just get you. Let me be the one who meets you in that ache. I know you fully. You don't need to shrink who you are to make others comfortable. I created your depth intentionally. Don't apologize for it. When people misjudge you or misunderstand your heart, come to me. I see the truth. I see beyond actions into motives, beyond silence into longing. I never confuse your struggle with failure. I know the difference between stumbling and surrendering, and I rejoice every time you rise again. There will be days when you feel like you're falling behind, but there's no divine stopwatch over your life. You're not in a race against others. You're walking with me. Growth isn't always visible. Some of the deepest transformation happens beneath the surface, where no one claps and no one sees, but I do. And if you ever wonder whether your life makes a difference, look at how you've comforted others even while hurting. That is impact. That is ministry. I've used your tears to water someone else's hope. You didn't even know it, but I did. Nothing you've gone through will be wasted. Sometimes the most powerful sermons are lived, not spoken. And son, your perseverance speaks louder than you think. Let's talk about your dreams for a moment. Some of them feel distant, others too broken to speak aloud, but not a single one is forgotten by me. Even the ones that didn't unfold the way you planned, I'm still working through them. I'm still able to build something beautiful out of what didn't go as expected. And if you've abandoned a dream out of fear, bring it back to me. Let me breathe life into it again, or reshape it into something even better. You've asked, but what if I miss it? What if I mess up too much? Son, you don't have the power to ruin my plans, not when you stay close to me. I'm not trying to trick you with my will. I'm not hiding it behind impossible doors. I guide with peace, not confusion, with love, not fear. And when the enemy whispers that you've failed too many times, remind your soul, I don't define you by your past. I redeem it. You may feel like you've taken too many detours, but son, I'm the God who meets people on detours. I bring purpose even to the long way around. You don't need to feel spiritual all the time to be close to me. What matters most is not your feelings, but your faithfulness. And I'm not asking you to carry everyone's burden. You're not their savior. I am. I only ask you to love them and trust me with the rest. Rest is not weakness. You were not made to function without pause. You are not less holy for needing quiet and stillness. Son, guard your mind. Not every thought deserves a seat in your soul. Let me teach you how to choose what you dwell on. Discernment will be your safeguard in this season. Not everything good is from me. Let my spirit teach you the difference. And remember, boldness isn't loud, it's obedient. Courage looks like saying yes to me even when the cost is high. You weren't created to blend in. You were chosen to carry light, even when it makes you stand out. Especially then, let your kindness cost something. Let your forgiveness be real. Let your love be inconvenient. That's where my glory shines through you. And in the days to come, when you're asked to step into things that scare you, remember this: I never call you where I won't go with you. You are my workmanship, not your own project. And I will finish what I started in you. So breathe deeply, son. Let these truths sink in like rain into dry ground. You don't need to rush ahead, just stay with me. And in time, you'll look back and see that I was weaving something holy from every thread, even the ones that didn't seem to belong.